And just like that, we're here. We're back. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Monday. You can trust that day. Sing the song. Boy, what a busy weekend. Yeah, Mondays, I say it every week, and I'll keep saying it until the show's is over. Happy Monday. Monday's a good day because you're here, right? And boy, what a great community we live in with so many events. Nice to see so many events going on again here in Sarnia-Lambton, Lambton County, however you want to refer to it. But what a busy weekend it was. I hope you had a great weekend. What did you do on the weekend? I got some exciting things coming up we're going to talk about. I've got a special show I'm going to be hosting, which you'll have to wait till the end for me to tell you all about. But I'll be filling in as a host for another show outside of the borders here of Lambton County. I'm very excited for that. So make sure you watch to the end to find out more about that. Or maybe I'll tell you, I don't know. We'll wait till the end. Tease, right? Well, happy Monday. Don't forget to say hello in the comments. Today's show is pre-recorded live as I just keep having these conflicts. I don't know, but I could be watching when this comes out today. I could be watching. And I might be answering. But say hello in the comments anyway. Danny, if you're out there. Dom, if you're there. Barry, Jesse, Alan, all the regulars out there. I really appreciate you saying hello in the comments. And don't forget to join the mailing list at the showlive.live. And I'm going to be starting to send out those bulletins about once a month, maybe twice, no more than that, right? I know I've been saying that for a while, but I've been working on some things, and big announcement coming with something new, a new project that I've been working on for some time that we'll be announcing likely next week. I'm really excited for that. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. I've been playing with the TikTok thing, and boy, all these social medias, right? Okay, so Facebook is obviously where I live pretty much. But Instagram more so now. Snapchat, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, right? So wow, I keep somebody really busy, all those places you got to be, right? And of course, my YouTube channel, closer and closer to the 1,000. Come on, help me out if you haven't clicked on the subscribe. Visit my YouTube channel just for some other different things. And of course, I'm on LinkedIn Live. We're kind of everywhere, but Snapchat, I don't know. I want to give a shout out to my my brothers and sisters of the 999th Legion Sarnia. I'm really proud to be a part of this group. We are a small group at the moment, but we're looking to grow. And basically, we support child's rights. And if you want to know more exactly what we do to support that here in Lambton County, go to the website there on your screen and maybe consider meeting us and joining us and finding out how you could get involved. And we ride motorcycles. So we're looking for, anybody who's got interest. We can sit down and have a coffee and talk and see how you might, be a volunteer in our group. We'd love to have you. So check that out at the website, 999th Legion Sarnia.com. And shout out to my 999th family. I really enjoy working together with them. Oh, don't lose that. I've been looking around for a memory card. Do you ever lose stuff and you put it down and then you don't ever notice you always find it right where you left it? Right. There you go. What a fun weekend it was, and we're going to get into that. But first, let's get into the sponsors. Yeah, there's a new one there as well. But first, we want to say hello to Hughes Intelligence, security specialist, been great supporters here, of course. And thanks to Barry and his team for supporting us here at the Sarnia Sting as well. Huron Signs SWO, part of the AG Event Graphics group of companies. And Joe's Discount Tire. Make sure you got the right tires on that vehicle. And Tourism Sarnia-Lambton been great supporters here for a long time, but now just in a little more of an official manner. So thank you to Mark Parent and his team. And we want to say hello to 2-4 Taxi. That's right, the newest taxi service in Sarnia-Lambton. Been around just over a year now, and you can just leave the transportation to them. You can click on the link in our post of this show. I've tagged all our sponsors. Click on them, check them out, and if you can, do the best you can to support them. So thanks to 2-4 Taxi for coming on board. All right. Well, I'm not a dog owner. but this was a lot of fun. We got out to the Fox and Hound Canine Retreat around Brights Grove there at just around Michigan and Telfair area for the dog festival that has been brought back. Coldwell Banker Southwest Realty working together with the Fox and Hound to put this great festival on and support the Sarnia and District Humane Society, who needs your support as well. Just a huge place out there, and tons of vendors, not just food vendors and stuff to shop, but obviously stuff for the dogs as well, from pet photography to clothing to food. They even had a beer for the dogs, non-alcoholic obviously, but they even had a beer for the dogs. And this dog pool, look at this guy, airborne there. And I got to tell you, like, he just kept going back. He must have ran like 10 times and jumped into that pool. No fear at all. He definitely stole the show. Copsicles on patrol, I guess you call them. Our Sarnia police were there handing out popsicles, and always great to see them out. And there's some young folks playing along with some canine as well. But it really was a great turnout. There's some more in the dog pool. And I want to say thanks to my friends at Coldwell Banker for having me out there. We flew the drone over the area, and we did some interviews with folks that were heavily involved with making the event happen. We talked to Carly Chamberlain from Coldwell Banker. We talked to Katie Fuller, who's the owner of the Fox and Hound. And then we talked to Donna Pyatt as well, who's with the Sarnia and District Humane Society. So you can check all that out on the Facebook page. If you missed those interviews and those pictures, they're all there for you to check out. So thank you so much for having us out there. I really had a blast. I know my son did. He's a huge dog lover, and he was happy to be playing with the canines and stuff as well. All right. Also, the father versus son race happened this past Saturday, August the 20th, with the Western Ontario Outlaws Extreme Lawn Tractor Racing. This is our I think this is our third year doing this now. And the first year was just Jason and I, if I recall. And I beat Jason. And then last year, Gary and Colin from Preferred Towing and also Stars of Heavy Rescue 401 joined us for the event last year. And Gary and Colin, well, Colin's motor blew up, and then I don't know what happened to Gary's throttle. And I got accused of like sabotage or whatever. I'm not sure what they think. Like, these guys should know enough. Like, I don't know how to use tools. Okay. And so they dropped out mechanically, and then I was lapping Jason, and then my chain broke and he ended up winning. So then this year, of course, the revenge match was on, and my son Jason won again. I don't know. I was having some troubles, and anyway, it was a lot of fun. We love, you can see the smiling faces on us. We love participating, and thanks to Western Ontario Outlaws for allowing us to use their machines and trusting us with their machines on the track. And $500 total was raised to go to Ohana Landing. So the Western Ontario Outlaws will be handing over, was $300 was about collected, and the Western Ontario Outlaws have added to it to make it $500. So all going to Ohana Landing, which of course, as you know, is a big deal to myself, and of course to Gary and Tammy and their family, and to others who are able to use the facility. So great fun, a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. I was a little sore I'm still a little sore. It's a lot of work driving those things. But we definitely had fun with it there. And they're pretty sure now that I'm not the one that did any sabotaging, because Gary ended up getting a flat tire. Something happened to Collins, and then me, we don't know. Well, it was probably me. So, but there's some pictures of Preferred Towing messing around with my machines. Anyway, we're going to have to put some strict security out there next year. All right. It was a lot of fun. Okay. Well, coming up this week on Saturday from 10 to 4, there's a block party happening at Mitton Village, just down the street from me. I wish I could be there. I'm going to be out of town, but the block party at Mitton Village, live music with featuring a whole bunch right there. Right. This is family friendly as well. So bring the kids on down. down to Mitton Street in Mitton Village and enjoy the block party. Just to this is just a block party to say, hey, this Mitton Village is kind of it's got a community thing going on there. They've been adding in some benches and like a park gathering area or bench gathering area, social gathering area. That's what I'm trying to say. Mods Varieties down there. They've always got great music. So down in Mitton Village, check that out. That goes from 10 a.m. until 4 in the afternoon. And then from there, then the big kids can go out and play. Later on at night, Comedy at the Sea Lounge, hosted by my friend Remy Henderson and Evelyn Vierns. I hope I said the last name right. They're having a comedy night. Tickets are $10 in advance. You can find this event on Facebook. There's 2 shows that you can go to, 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock. So check that out in the evening. Now, I got to admit, I've had conversation with my friend Remy, and I've expressed I've always wanted to try stand-up comedy or do stand-up comedy. So Remy and I are going to have some conversations. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you think that I could do comedy for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes is all I would start with. If you think that I could do comedy and be funny on stage for 5 minutes, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And would you buy a ticket and come out and see me? Either flop on my face or make you laugh. So stay tuned for that. You never know what's coming up there. You know me, I'm always up to something, right? Listen, we had Mike Neely from Stangway Centre on here a few weeks ago to talk about things that are coming up, coming this fall to the Stangway Centre. Registration starts August 31st. Look at this. Photography lessons. I'm in for that one. Leather carving, French lessons, core conditioning, Italian lessons, jam sessions, guitars, magic lessons. There would be a fun one. Amaze your friends, right? Woodworking and yoga. There's a whole list. You just go to sarnia.ca and search for the Stangway Centre, and you'll see the registration and where to sign up for these things. Now, it doesn't start until August 31st, but classes do fill up really fast. So do not wait to get your registration in there. I'm looking forward to getting into that and learning more about how to use my camera that I have. I have a really nice camera here, but I'm just going click, 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 click. I got a little, anyway. Lori Williams will be teaching that, and I'm excited to learn from her. All right, country fans, coming to the Corunna Legion on September the 24th. Again, these tickets go on sale August the 31st. You do not want to wait to get this. Now, I have not heard this Toby Keith tribute, but I know others that have, and they're like, wow, Dave, you got to go, blah, blah, blah. Amazing. And this picture that we have up here is not a picture of Toby Keith. This is the actual picture of the gentleman doing the tribute to Toby Keith tribute. So, wow. There's the number on the screen, 862-1240, that you can call to find out more information. To get your ticket prices are only $30 each. And again, the sales for this will begin on August 31st. Everything's August 31st. I just coming up to the end or whatever. I don't know. So, yeah, a lot of great things. It's so nice to be able to see. I like it because I got to tell you, like, while the show continued through the pan, like, it was tough to talk about things because there wasn't a lot going on, right? So I kind of had to add some things in, experiment, whatever, right? All right, so check those all out. We'll post all of these over on my Facebook page, so you can be sure to check in with that and keep yourself updated. And again, would you like to see me do a comedy routine of 5 minutes in the future? Let me know in the comments below. All right, well, it's that time where we bring back our friend Dave Brown from United Way of Sarnia-Lambton with a monthly update. I love that he comes here once a month and keeps us all informed as to what's happening with the United Way and how you can contribute and how they're continuing to work, Dave and his team, to support the needed services. And we're going to talk about the needed services and the needs target and some really cool, fun events coming up that you can get out and support that will also support the United Way. Take a look at my friend Dave Brown from United Way Sarnia-Lambton. All right. Well, as you mentioned, my friend Dave Brown from United Way Sarnia-Lambton is back for his monthly update on what's happening. You're smiling. You're on vacation or something, but you still gave us your time today.
Absolutely. You know, I'm always looking forward to come and join you on the show and talk about United Way events and things that are happening. So, yeah, I mean, and with the summer we've had, how can you not be in a good mood?
Like, really?
Exactly.
Nothing to complain about. We can't complain because it'll be really cold pretty soon.
Well, hopefully not that soon.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not that soon, because you've got some pretty cool things that are coming up. Let's jump right in and talk about some events.
Sure.
I'm excited for this one. You got a car show coming up.
Yes, we're really excited that Enbridge and the employees and their families are bringing the car show back. Your viewers may remember that it was really building in the 3 years up the pandemic.
Yep.
So we're hoping that we can continue on where we left off. It's a great event. It is from 9 a.m. until 2. It's free to attend if you wanted to check out the cars and the vehicles and some of the fun games that they have. And I think it's $10 to submit your vehicle. So it's a great event, inexpensive, and it's a great time of the year.
Yeah, it really is. And I've got it on my calendar. I plan on putting my car in there. So looking forward to coming out. And you're going to have we got 50-50 draw and door prizes. And of course, everything the United Way does for an event's got to have some food.
Absolutely. And we've just announced that there's going to be a raffle for DeWalt tools.
Oh,
and
wow.
they're worth almost $1,000. I think it's $997.
That's amazing.
Is the prize package. So people are going to want to participate in that as well as the 50-50, which is always a lot of fun.
Yeah, and this is something that was kind of a signature event for the United Way too, right? So definitely missed. So these kind of things are kind of adding into the campaign, and we'll talk about the campaign. But mark that on your calendar, folks, for the car show on September the 10th. And we'll be sure to share this on our Facebook after the show as well. Can we talk about the campaign a little bit too?
Yeah, I'd love to.
What's happening there? What are the numbers like? And you typically kind of base this year's campaign based on previous years, right?
Yeah, there's been that tradition of ours. Now we're going to officially announce the campaign need. As you know, a number of years ago, we walked away from the goal and we're focusing on the need. Yeah. Because after all, that's what we need to fund the agencies at current levels. Right. So we're going to officially announce the need next year. But you're right. Traditionally, it's been about what we raised the previous year. We want to be realistic in the community in terms of what we think we can raise. But we also want to be truthful with donors that, you know what, this is what we need to donate now or to fund the agencies now. And so it's, there's always that debate whether or not we want to shoot for more but we do want to be realistic, and it's going to be another tough year for our community. We know that. We know inflation rate's high, although yesterday it seems to show some indication it's dropping a little bit. I think the last time we spoke, gas was almost $2 a liter. Now it's getting down to the 160-ish range. So although it's going to be a difficult campaign, I think that there's lots of reasons to be optimistic. You mentioned events. There's a bit of a return to normal in the sense that a lot of the campaigns are bringing back their kickoff barbecues this year. Imperial Oil, for example, has got one the second week in September. So there's lots of positive things happening. So, yeah, I invite your viewers to pay attention to the show and to other local media to see what that campaign need is going to be this year.
Yeah. And, well, you kind of already said it, like having these signature events coming back is really helping. Now, you mentioned gas in there, though. I'm not sure if you know this, so this might affect things, but gas will actually likely go back up in December because the gas dropped because of a government tax cut that they announced, and it would start July 1st, I think, to December 1st to help with some relief.
Yeah.
But so who knows? And those are kind of the unpredictable things that United Way has to prepare themselves for that could come along and play hardball with the campaign, right?
Well, that's an excellent point. I mean, one thing like gas prices affects us in so many different ways. I mean, first of all, people who would normally donate X amount to the United Way, many are feeling the crunch, so they may put that in the gas tank instead. It's also affecting the cost of some of our agency deliveries, service delivery. And we've got Lambton Elderly Outreach and the Canadian Red Cross that provide Meals on Wheels and transportation services. Oh. It now costs them more money to provide those services and to get those meals delivered. And it's also affecting people who may help with those people who are struggling. You know, those are at that poverty line or low income cutoff. Now, all of a sudden, they may have been keeping their head above water and very proud of what they've been able to do. But now, all of a sudden, with inflation, in particular gas prices, they may have to go to some of our agencies now, where they didn't have to in the past. So it's funny how one thing like gas prices can affect the United Way and our agencies in 3 or 4 different ways.
And different demographics are now being affected because of it, like maybe what we saw before. I know, like, if you talk to Miles from the Inn of the Good Shepherd, he'll tell you, he'll say they're seeing people come in that typically didn't use any of their services before.
Right.
And now they're needing to come in. People are working, each working a full-time job if they're working, and then they're probably each working a part-time job on top of that to try to make things work. So the demographic that the United Way sees as well, is that changed for you guys as well?
Well, it changed in a couple ways, and to add to Miles's point, and he probably has seen this, I know other agencies have. Some people who used to be donors, who used to drop off food or drop off money, clothing items, are now in line to get those services. Right. We also see that with the seniors, where there may be seniors who used to deliver Meals on Wheels or used to donate to the United Way, may still do, but now need our help through our Habitat to do some basic home renovations, or now needing some help through our day of caring program. So in a number of aspects, we're seeing what we'll call former supporters or former donors to now people who are in need. And that's the great thing about the United Way and our whole sustainability, is the needs change in our community quite a bit, quite frequently. And so we're always on top of things to get the best value out of people's donations as possible.
Yeah. And with your board of directors as well, you're able to meet and make those decisions on a local basis. I always like to bring in the local with the United Way. Everybody who's on the board is from the Lambton County area.
Right.
And so they can kind of reflect on what they're seeing happen in the community and then adjust accordingly. New programs being added in, or how does like to fill some gaps that maybe weren't being looked after before, possibly?
Not at this point. We haven't gotten to that stage yet. We'll probably kick off the allocations part around the mid to end of September. I do know that there's been a couple of programs that have approached us to kind of get an idea of the timeline as to when they can apply for some of that funding. At this point, we're continuing on with those same 30 or 32 programs and services, largely poverty reduction, but also youth programs. And then what we call Healthy People, Strong Communities, which is both seniors programming, which is growing in our community, and in mental health.
Yeah. Well, let's again, I always say there's always some food going on with United Way, and let's talk about that a little bit more. Top Shelf Canada donating $1 from each bottle. This started at the beginning of the summer, right?
Yes, kicked off in Canada Day, and was originally going to run until the end of September, or end of summer, which is September 21st or 22nd. Great news. We're going to be announcing shortly, so viewers of the show is going to get a bit of a scoop on this.
Okay, great.
We're going to probably extend the promotion all the way to the end of the year. So
wow.
We're really excited about that. We last did this promotion 2 or 3 years ago, in which Top Shelf Canada donated $1 a bottle all across Canada to the local United Ways, which was over $10,000 Canada-wide, over $2,000 right here in Sarnia. The added twist this year is there's now a hotter hot sauce. I think if they call it Heat Street, or you probably know more than me. I
saw Max Major from the radio trying it, and I think George Hayes from the Fox did. I'm really glad that Joshua didn't come to me and say, "Hey, you got to try this." But no way, that's not me. No. But it's popular though. There's so many people that love that hot sauce.
It is. I like the original one, and I will make sure I get you a bottle of the original one. You can count on me, David. But I don't have any of the fire, which is a little bit too hot for me. But you're right. A lot of people love that. The other thing that they're doing this year is they've got a lot of partners that so you can buy the hot sauce not only in your favorite grocery store or your favorite retail convenience like that, but there's a number of bars, there's a number of restaurants and other places that you can purchase it. Same promotion. Many of them are matching that $1 as well.
Oh, is that right? So
it's a good opportunity to double up on that. And then there's some organizations like bars that are incorporating that into some of their meals or some of their drinks. And if you buy a Front Street Heat Caesar, for example, from Imperial City Brewery, they'll donate based on that sale as well. So there's lots of opportunities to support local in terms of a local business and local businesses selling the product, but also to support a local charity like the United Way all in one in one swoop.
It's really fantastic to say it almost every show, and I know I say it with you and I. The Sarnia-Lambton community is just amazing when it comes to giving back, local businesses giving back, and it's win-win-win-win-win all around, right? So that's a big part of. It shows the localness, I guess, if you will, that's attached to the United Way. Additionally.
You're right. And like you, I'm all about local. And I think most Sarnia-Lambton people are. We're proudly independent at the end of the highway. And of course, I'm including down towards Walpole Island up to half of Grand Bend. And you don't get that sense of engagement from the community when you're regionalized or when you're provincial.
Yeah.
And so we're, as an organization, we're very proud of our local roots. We're getting new donors each and every year to support the United Way and support our agencies. And I think it's all because it's local. We can adapt quickly and make changes to best meet the needs of our community without a whole lot of bureaucratic.
Yeah. I know the word you want to say. Yeah, no, I agree. Well, that's great to see all these summer fun things going on, and I don't want to get too far ahead in the year, but it is coming. Sarnia Sting season is closer and closer to us every day. Yes. And I know there's an event that is, and speaking of giving back, Sarnia Sting does that a lot as well. Talk about tell everybody what we're referring to there.
Well, as you know, we're very proud of our relationship with the Sarnia Sting Hockey Club. They've been great to us and great to other community groups. We're going to be announcing next week. But I know, David, you're very close to the Sting family as well. So your viewers may want to be the first to know that the return to the traditional black and white game is happening this year again. September the 2nd at 6 p.m. puck drop. It'll be announced later with more details. But we're excited about that. It's a Friday night, the first time we've had on a Friday night. Great, cool place to go going into the long weekend to kick off your weekend well. And it's a great opportunity to support the United Way as you had traditionally. Last year we had a bit of a black and white game, but it wasn't quite the same as previous years.
It wasn't the same. The effort was there, but it wasn't the same.
Exactly. So we're really glad to have that back. And I think that's just another indication that things are getting back to normal in our community, and it adds to our optimism for this year's campaign. Yeah,
I'm excited to. I had to start following hockey a little bit more again, so I can get in practice again for when things happen. And the Sarnia Sting are looking pretty sharp this year. They had a lot of rookies come on last year, so I think they're in the building process. Yeah. And Coach Letang's done very well for the Canadian team as well. And so it'll be good to get back and see the black and white game. And, the Sarnia Sting is good at giving back, but the Sarnia Sting fans are just as good at supporting all the local charities as well.
Absolutely. The fans are great, purchasing our 50/50 tickets and whatever else that we have going on. I know there's a lot of people who may click to our site through their site, so they're supporters as well. And of course, admission is donations at the gate. Yeah. So it's a great, affordable night for anybody in the community to get out and feel part of the Sarnia Sting season this year. Whether you got season tickets or not, it's a great opportunity to bring the family out. Very cost effective, support the United Way. And as you pointed out, last year there were a lot of rookies, so it'll be an exciting season this year. And I think the black and white game will be exciting. There's going to be a lot of kids, young men who are on the bubble, and that's their last opportunity to impress the coaches.
Right. Well, Dave Brown, it's always a pleasure talking to you, my friend. And I know every month that I have you on here, I got to say we're due for our beverage and food. We'll go somewhere. Maybe we'll go to, was it Imperial City Brewing? You said had the sauce. We'll go there and have a Caesar and a burger.
That sounds ideal. I look forward to that as always.
Right on. Dave, thanks so much for your time today and enjoy the rest of your week, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Dave Brown from the United Way of Sarnia-Lambton, and we'll be posting those events, the car show, and then, of course, the really hot sauce thing, too. I'm not going that far with it. We'll see him again next month. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
All right, Dave Brown, thanks so much. Always look forward to it. I know that when he's here on the show, that's also been a month, which means it's time for him and I to get together and we go out and have a burger and a beverage. And I really enjoy our conversations, and I enjoy my friendship with Dave Brown as well. And you can continue to support them, as Dave mentioned in there. Top Shelf Canada, $1 from each bottle sold will go towards From Poverty to Possibility with the United Way of Sarnia-Lambton. And this one I'm really excited for. By the way, I'm not doing the hot sauce. I don't know if they're going to talk me into that. The Enbridge Pipeline United Way Car Show is back, right? And looking forward to getting out to that with my I'm hopefully going to put my Firebird into that one. That just sounds like a lot of fun on Saturday, September the 10th. Dave, thanks so much, and we will get out soon. All right. Well, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, I'm really excited to be filling in as a host. I'll be heading down to the Niagara area to be a host for Niagara 411. Lee Sterry, who's from the area, typically hosts it down there. And the production staff, Kevin Jack, who I work with regularly from a live streaming company known as WeStream, has invited me to fill in. So I will be traveling down to the Niagara area and hosting what is known as Niagara 411. It's an hour-and-a-half show. So I hope you'll tune in and support. Follow me along on Instagram and on my stories as well, because I'm going to give a play-by-play of how this, plays out. I'm really excited, and I'm very honored to be asked to travel to Niagara to be a host of their Niagara 411, which is going to lead into some other things that, next week we'll get to that. So thank you so much, Kevin, for inviting me down to that, and I look forward to filling. I got Lee Sterry. I got to tell you, I'm filling some big shoes there, literally. All right, that's all the time I got for you this week. Have a great week and an even better weekend. I will see you next time right here on the show. Bye for now.